Hello students, in stereochemistry, today we are going to discuss about DL configuration and ORIS configuration. Coming to DL configuration, it is actually a relative configuration. It is called relative configuration. For assigning DL configuration, the molecules or the compounds, they must be represented in Fisher projection. And moreover, this DL configuration generally is applicable to carbohydrates, amino acids, right? In writing Fisher projection, we know that all bonds are depicted as horizontal and vertical lines, and where the vertical and horizontal lines meets, that the center of that crossing represents carbon atom. And moreover, the orientation of the chain is so that the first carbon or the C1 carbon is at the top. By seeing example, generally we can observe. And in Fisher projection, all horizontal bonds, they project towards the viewer, while all vertical bonds, they project away from the viewer. For example, if you see here from the viewer, the CD bonds or the project towards the viewer, and A and B substituents are away from the viewer, so that the AB groups are the placed on vertical line, and CD groups they placed on horizontal line, or they shown with horizontal bonds C and D. And coming to when writing the Fisher projection for any molecule, swapping two pairs of groups at a carbon, it represents the same molecule. That means swapping two pairs, the two pairs of groups attached to the central carbon atom, it still represents the same molecule. Remember this point. And moreover, coming to this DL nomenclature, it is relative configuration used for naming optically active compounds. We know that the DL configuration or RS configuration, they are used for naming the or differentiating the optical isomers. For example, see here, this is the molecule. There is a glyceraldehyde molecule. For assigning DL nomenclature or DL configuration, glyceraldehyde is taken as the origin. That means by taking glyceraldehyde as origin molecule, this configuration will be assigned to the optical isomers. For example, this is the glyceraldehyde molecule. See here, when we observe these two are, when we see in this way, these two are towards the viewer, they are placed in horizontal line, and CH2OH, they are away from the line, and CH2OH, these two are placed on vertical line. And the optical isomer of glyceraldehyde, another molecule, it can be represented like this. And for assigning DL configuration, if the OH group is left side on horizontal line, then it is assigned as L configuration. If the OH group is at right side, then the molecule is assigned as deconfigured isomer. That means if the glyceroldehyde has two isomers, for assigning configuration to those two isomers, if we observe the Fischer projection, in which molecule the OH group is at left side, it is called as L-glyceroldehyde. In which molecule the OH group is right side, it is assigned as, or it is known as D-glyceroldehyde molecule. That means by taking this glyceroldehyde as origin molecule, we can assign this DL configuration to other compounds. Then next, coming to one more example, that is D-lactic acid and L-lactic acid. See, these are the two isomers of lactic acid. Here in the first structure, the OH is right side. The OH is right side means it is D configuration, hence that is known as D lactic acid. In the second one, the OH in the second molecule, the OH is at left side, hence it is known as L lactic acid. By this way, we can assign DL configuration to the isomers. Then, coming to one more example, see here. For example, this is ribose, and here the question comes to assign DL nomenclature, because here we have more than one chiral center. In the previous examples, that is glyceroldehyde as well as this lactic acid, we have only one chiral center. That's why no question comes whether the position of OH, that means on which carbon the position of OH should be considered, because they are having glyceroldehyde or lactic acid, they are having only one chiral center. While coming to this ribose, it is having more than one chiral center. In this ribose, it has three chiral centers. 1, 2 and 3 chiral centers. For these type of molecules having more than one chiral center, the OH, the position of OH will be considered on the lowest chiral center, or the chiral center which is having more number. For example, this is first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon. The fourth carbon, the chiral center, the bottommost chiral center is the fourth carbon. On this fourth carbon, the position of OH will be considered. See, in the first molecule, the OH is at right side and the bottommost chiral carbon. Hence, it is configured as D-configured ribose. And in the second molecule, the OH is at left side at the bottommost chiral carbon. Hence, it is assigned as L-ribose. By this way, we can assign DL configuration to the molecules having more than one chiral center. In the same way, see here, this is the isomers of glucose. In this also glucose, it is having four chiral centers, and same like ribose, we should consider the position of OH on the bottommost chiral carbon, that is this carbon. The OH is at right side in this molecule, hence it is configured as D-glucose. while OH is at left side, hence it is configured as L glucose. It is configured as L glucose. I think you have understood about this DL configuration. And then next, fructose molecule. Coming to fructose molecule, also same configuration. In the bottommost carbon, if the OH is at right side, it is known as D-fructose. If OH is at left side, it is known as L-fructose. It is known as L-fructose. Then, and DL nomenclature is also used for assigning configuration to amino acids also. See here, in amino acids, the position of NH2 group is considered. The position of NH2 group is left side. Then the isomer is called as L isomer or L configured molecule. If the NH2 group is at right side, then the molecule is configured as D. In the first molecule, see here, in the first molecule the NH2 is at left side, hence it is configured as L amino acid, and in the second molecule the NH2 is right side, hence it is configured as D. And next, this is about DL nomenclature. I think you understood about this DL nomenclature. And then coming to the next configuration, it is OR-S configuration. This OR-S configuration is also known as absolute configuration, while DL configuration is also known as relative configuration. This OR-S configuration is also known as absolute configuration. Right. For assigning OR-S configuration, we should learn about some sequence rules. Sequence rules, why they are required? Because in a chiral molecule, it exists as isomers. The bond connectivity is same, it exists as isomers, just the position of groups are changed. To assign these or to configure these isomers, we should give priority to the groups which are attached to the chiral carbon atom. We should assign priority to the groups around the chiral carbon atom, so that these sequence rules are required. Let us see what are the sequence rules we have. Coming to the first rule, these are also known as CIP rules, Cohn-Ingold-Prelog rules. And the first rule, that means we have to assign the priority to the groups around the chiral carbon. As we know, the carbon is generally attached to 4 groups. We have to assign first, second, third, fourth priority to the groups. The first rule, it tells higher the atomic number, higher the priority. Higher the atomic number, higher the priority. That means the atom which is attached to carbon having more or highest atomic number, that will be given first priority. The next one given second, followed by third and fourth. If you see this molecule, in this molecule the carbon is attached to 4 different groups: bromine, fluorine, chlorine and hydrogen. And we know that in this bromine is having highest atomic number, hence we should give priority 1. to this bromine atom. And the next is, we know that chlorine is the next higher atomic number atom, hence we should give 2 at priority to this chlorine. And the next is fluorine. We know that it is given as 3 and the least one is hydrogen. Generally hydrogen will be given the least priority or the 4th priority because it is having the lowest atomic number, that is 1. I think you have understood how to give priority by sequence rule 1. The highest atomic number having atom will be given highest priority. In this, bromine is having highest atomic number, that's why it is given first priority, then followed by chlorine second, fluorine third, and hydrogen fourth. And then next, coming to one more example. See here, in this again 4 different groups are attached to carbon. In this, if you observe, the chiral carbon is attached to 4 different chlorine, here this carbon, here this nitrogen, and here this hydrogen. 4 different groups are attached to chiral carbon atom. Then for assigning, see here carbon, nitrogen, chlorine, hydrogen are attached. In these, the highest atomic number having atom is chlorine, that's why it will be given first priority. Then between hydrogen, carbon and nitrogen is having highest, hence it will be given second. And the next, the carbon is having next highest, hence it will be given third priority. And the hydrogen is the least, hence it will be given 4th priority. That means the atom which is having highest atomic number, that will be given highest priority. I think you understood about how to give priority. Next, if we see if you observe one more example, see here, in this again carbon is attached to 4 different atoms. One side oxygen, another side carbon, one more hydrogen, and deuterium. 4 groups are attached. As here oxygen and carbon, we know that this oxygen is having highest atomic number, hence we should give 1 priority to this. Next, carbon, second priority. And coming to deuterium and hydrogen, we know that deuterium is the isotope of hydrogen and both are having atomic number 1. Then how to give priority to these groups? Which is having highest priority and which is having lowest priority? For this, we need to see the rule 2. The rule 2 says priority by atomic weight. That means when the 2 groups are having, or 2 atoms are having same, that means if isotopes present, then the isotope which is having more atomic weight will be given more priority. Then it is very simple. Then first priority will be given to oxygen, we know that. Second priority will be given to CH3 methyl group. Third priority will be given to deuterium because deuterium is having atomic mass 2, while this hydrogen will be given 4. Hydrogen will be given 4. I think you have understood about how to give priority. Then if you see one more example, see, no, yes, if you observe this molecule, the chiral carbon is attached to 1 hydrogen and other 3 groups in which carbon is directly attached to chiral carbon. Then how to give priority to these groups? Because in the three groups only carbon is directly attached to chiral carbon. That means carbon is having same atomic, all the carbons are same. Then how to give priority to these groups? For this we should understand the rule 3. What it says: when priority order is not decided by the first atom attached, then proceed with comparing next atoms further attached. That means when the first atom attached to chiral carbon is same, then we should compare the next atoms further attached. For this, if we observe this molecule, see here, in this group the carbon is attached to hydrogen and carbon. This carbon is attached to one hydrogen, oxygen. In this carbon is attached to hydrogen and one more hydrogen. If you observe, the first atoms are carbon, but in this CH2OH, the carbon is attached to hydrogen and oxygen. When we compare the further groups attached, see here, this is oxygen having more atomic number, hence this will be given as first priority, then followed by this, then followed by methyl. See here, when the atoms attached to the chiral carbon are same, we should compare the further atoms attached to the atoms. In this, the carbon is attached to two hydrogens and oxygen. In this, the carbon is attached to two hydrogen and carbon. In this, three hydrogens are attached. Hence, we should give first priority to this, second priority to this, and third priority to this, and again fourth priority to hydrogen as usual. And the next, see here one more example. Here hydrogen, fluorine and methyl and ethyl groups are attached. As we know, the fluorine is having highest atomic number than carbon, hence first priority, and to methyl and ethyl, which is having highest priority. For that, according to rule 3, this carbon is attached to 3 methyls, this carbon is attached to 2 hydrogens and 1 carbon. Hence, it should be given as second priority, it should be given as third, and the hydrogen is least. I think you have understood about the sequence. And next, coming to this, again, see here, in this nitrogen is attached, hence first priority, and here 2 carbons are attached, and if we see here 3 hydrogens are attached to carbon, but here one double bond O is there. How to consider this double bond? For this, we should go with the rule 4. See here, the rule 4 says double bond considers as 2 bonds, whereas triple bond is considered as 3 bonds. That means double bond is duplicated, triple bond is triplicated. For example, see here, this is C2H5, this is CHO. If you observe this CHO, C double bond O will be considered as CO, O and H. That means here one to this carbon 1 hydrogen and 2 oxygens are attached. Here to this carbon 3 hydrogens are attached. In this C2H5, the first carbon is attached to 2 hydrogens and 1 carbon. Hence, for giving assigning, see here, this CHO will be, the OH will be given, first priority, and between these three the CHO will be given second priority because the double bond is considered as two oxygens are attached. Next will be given to this ethyl, next will be given to this methyl. In this way we can assign priority to the groups attached. Next, to assign ORS configuration, we can assign ORS configuration to the molecules which are in Fischer projection and wedge projection. In this wedge projection, see here, we should give configuration to the isomers by seeing that the lowest priority group is attached with hatched wedge, that means with the dotted lines. If the fourth priority group or the least priority group is attached with hatched wedge bond, then that means first of all we have to give priority to the four groups. In that, the fourth priority group should be attached with hatched wedge bond. Then for the remaining three groups, connect the first and third group via second group. If it indicates clockwise direction, then it will be assigned OR configuration. If it will, that means from 1 to 3, if it will show counterclockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction, it is configured as S molecule. By observing the examples, we can easily understand this ORS configuration. See here. Then see, if you observe this, we can understand. See, first of all, we have to assign the priority. For that, see here, OH is given first priority, and COOH will be given second priority, CH3 will be given third priority, and hydrogen will be given fourth priority. And this example is straight, that means the fourth priority or the least priority group, that is hydrogen, is attached with hatched wedge, so there is no problem. And connect the 1 and 1, 2, 3, that means 1 to 3 via 2, means ignore fourth group and connect this 1 to 3 via 2, that means not like this, we should connect 1 to 3 like this via 2, 1 to 3. As it is anti-clockwise, see here, as it is anti-clockwise, this molecule is configured as S. This molecule is configured as S molecule. I think you have understood. Very simple. Then coming to by seeing next example, see here, this is one more example. In this again, if we observe or if we give the priority, this OH group is first one, this COOH group is second one, see, this methyl is third one, and this hydrogen is fourth one. Again the fourth group, that is hydrogen, is attached with hatched wedge bond. Then again no problem, connect 1 to 3 via 2, hence 1 to 3 like this, it is like this, means it is connected in clockwise direction. This is clockwise direction, hence the molecule is configured as OR. I think you have understood. Then that means this molecule is configured with OR configuration, assigned with OR configuration. And the next, let us see one more example. See, in this molecule, if we give the priority, again the OH is first, COOH is second, methyl is third, and this is fourth. But if we observe the fourth group or the least priority group, that is hydrogen is not attached with hatched wedge, that is dotted line bond. For this, what we have to do? That means if the least priority group is attached with hatched wedge, then just connect 1, 2, 3 via 2. Then if it is clockwise, then or if it is anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, it will be assigned as S-configured molecule. But here the fourth group is it is not with hatched wedge bond. Then how to assign configuration to these type of molecules? For this, if you observe one more condition, if the lowest priority group is not attached with hatched wedge bond, then double interchange the groups. By interchanging, that means double interchanging, the configuration will not be changed. That means it remains as exact molecule, no change will occur. That means exchange the fourth group with the hatched wedge. Exchange the fourth group with hatched wedge, so that what happens, the fourth group goes into hatched wedge bond, and the remaining two groups also we should exchange, so that the molecule configuration doesn't changes. Again connect 1, 2, 3 via 2. If it is clockwise, then configure as OR. If it is counterclockwise, configure as S. That means if the least priority group is not attached with hatched wedge bond, then exchanging two pairs of groups, so that the least priority group should be attached with hatched wedge. By doing like this, again we go with the same formula, that is 1, 2, 3 via 2, clockwise or anti-clockwise. Yes. Then coming to this example, see here the fourth priority is not with hatched wedge, hence we should exchange this fourth with 1 only, because fourth with OH group only, because the hydrogen should come with hatched wedge. Hence exchange the 4 and 1 and 3 and 2. That means exchanging two groups. By exchanging these groups, see here, right? Yes. Here exchanging H and OH, H and OH and COOH and CH3. Then what happens? The H become hatched wedge. See here, I am assigning OH1, COOH2, CH3 4 and hydrogen 4. Sorry, CH3 3 and hydrogen 4. By exchanging 4 and 1 group, see here, no need to write the groups again. Just exchange 4 and 1, we get 1 here, 4 here, and exchange 2 and 3, we get 2 here, 3 here. Again 4 is attached with hatched wedge, so try to connect 1, 2, 3 via 2, like it is like this, that is it is like clockwise. Hence this molecule is configured as R. Very simple. The least priority group is not attached with hatched wedge bond, then exchange the groups, so that exchange two pairs, so that the least priority group should go to hatched wedge bond. Then again same formula, 1, 2, 3 via 2. I think it is clear for you. Next, see here one more example. Here bromine, again first priority, this is second priority, this is third priority, again fourth priority. Fourth priority is again at hatched wedge, hence no problem, 1, 2, 3 like this, that is counterclockwise, hence S configuration. I think you have understood. Then next see, if we have to assign configuration to these type of chiral centers, just consider this. Again, the assign the priority to the groups attached to this. First one, this OH, we know that. Second one, this group. Third one, this group. And fourth one, hydrogen. Again, there is no problem because hydrogen is with hatched wedge. Just connect 1 2 3. It is clockwise, hence OR configuration. Fourth is again with hatched wedge, just 1 2 3 clockwise OR configuration. I think you have cleared. One more example. See here again, chlorine is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. In this case also the fourth group is not with hatched wedge. Then exchange groups, 4 with 1 and 2 with 3. There. See here, this is 4, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. 2 3 exchange and 1 4 exchange. No need to write the groups here. 4 1 3 2. 4 is again with hatched wedge, hence 1 2 3 is like this, clockwise again OR, again OR. One more example. If it is having 2 chiral centers, again if you observe assigning, see here, if you assign configuration to this carbon, this is 1, this group is 2, this group is 3, this is 4th. Again fourth group is with hatched wedge, 1 2 3 OR. In this also bromine is having first, and let us say bromine is 1 and this group has 2, methyl is 3, hydrogen is 4. Again hydrogen is backside, 1 2 3 is like this, clockwise again OR, clockwise again OR. And the next, see here, if you observe, then if you observe some more examples, see this is with wedge projection formula having compounds, how to assign RX configuration. I think you have understood. Then next we go with Fisher projection formula. We know that Fisher projection formula, in Fisher projection formula we have vertical and horizontal bonds. Again at chiral center we should assign the priority to the 4 groups attached, and we should consider, that means if the fourth group or fourth priority group is on vertical line, then same 1 2 3 via 2 it is clockwise or anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. Yes, that means if the fourth group is on vertical line, clockwise means or, anti-clockwise means S. And next, if the fourth group is on horizontal line, then 1 2 3 via 2 clockwise, reverse, it is S, counterclockwise or. That means if the fourth group is on vertical line, then 1 2 3 via 2 clockwise or, anti-clockwise S. If the fourth priority group is on horizontal line, then it is reverse, clockwise S and counterclockwise or anti-clockwise or. Okay, if you see the examples, we should understood this. See, this is the molecule having Fisher projection formula. If we assign the priority, again OH is 1, COH is 2, methyl is 3, hydrogen is 4. The hydrogen is on vertical line. As the hydrogen is on vertical line, that means no problem, or the least priority group is on vertical line, hence no problem. 1 2 3 clockwise, hence or. 1 2 3 clockwise, hence or. If you see the next example, see here. Here, if you give the priority, OH is 1, COH is 2, methyl is 3, hydrogen is 4. Again the fourth one is vertical line, no problem. 1 2 3 counterclockwise, hence configuration is S. This is S configured. Next, one more example. See here, same molecule but different. Again assign priority, OH1, COH2, methyl 3, hydrogen 4. Methyl 3, hydrogen 4. That means the 4 is on horizontal line, then it is reverse. 1 2 3 clockwise, hence the configuration is S. Remember, 1 2 3 clockwise, the configuration is S because here fourth one is horizontal line. I think it is clear. Next, one more example. You see one more example. See here, in this again, if you assign the priority 1 2, here this is 3, this is 4. Again fourth on horizontal line, hence reverse. 1 2 3 counterclockwise or anti-clockwise, hence it is configured as or. I think it is clear. Next, if you see one more example here, we have two chiral centers. We have two chiral centers, one like this, another one is this carbon and this carbon. For this, if we go with first carbon, this group is 1 and this entire group is 2, this is 3, this is 4. 4 is on horizontal line, 4 is on horizontal line, hence 1 2 3 is like this, counterclockwise, hence or. Hence or. That means for this it is or configuration. And we observe for the second this carbon. See here, bromine is having first priority and this entire group is having second priority. See here, this is methyl is third, hydrogen is fourth. Again fourth group is on horizontal line and 1 2 3 is like this, clockwise direction, hence it is S. That means the first, this chiral carbon is having OR configuration, this is having S configuration. In this way we can assign OR S configuration to the Fisher projection formulas. And one more example, see here, it is also having two chiral centers. For the first chiral center, if we assign 1, this group is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Again fourth one at horizontal line, 1 2 3 counterclockwise, hence OR configuration. I mean this is OR configured molecule. And the second chiral center, OH is 1, this group is 2, methyl is 3, and this is 4. Again fourth group is at horizontal line, 1 2 3 is counterclockwise, again or. Again or. Again or. So that the configuration will be OR and OR. In this way we can assign OR S configuration. In this way we can assign OR S configuration. With this we conclude today's topic. In today's topic we discussed about DL nomenclature and DL configuration and ORS configuration. DL configuration is relative configuration, while ORS configuration is absolute configuration. DL configuration is only applied to Fisher projection formula only, while we give ORS configuration to wedge as well as Fisher projection formula. In DL configuration we take glyceroldehyde as origin molecule. By taking glyceroldehyde origin we can assign DL configuration to other molecules. If the OH group or NH2 group, those are right side at the bottommost chiral carbon, then the molecule is configured as deconfigured molecule, and if the OH group or NH2 group is left side, then we can assign L configuration to that molecule. This is about DL configuration. And coming to ORS configuration, it is absolute configuration. We can give, for giving ORS configuration, first of all we have to give priority to the 4 groups attached to chiral carbon. For that we have to know the sequence rule, 4 rules. After that, in wedge formula, priority is with hatched wedge bond, then 1 2 3 via 2 clockwise or configuration, counterclockwise S configuration. If the 4th priority group is not with hatched wedge, then exchanging 2 groups, and so that the 4th priority group should come with hatched wedge bond. Again 1 2 3 clockwise or anti-clockwise or counterclockwise S, so that we can give ORS configuration to the wedge configuration, wedge projection formula compounds. And for Fisher projection formula compounds, if the 4th priority group is on vertical line, then 1 2 3 via 2 clockwise or counterclockwise S. If the 4th priority group is on horizontal line, then 1 2 3 via 2 clockwise S, counterclockwise R. In this way we can assign ORS configuration to the molecules or isomers. Thank you. In the next class we will learn another topic. Thank you.